Today on the channel, we've got the Ringside Collectibles exclusive 2-pack from AEW Jazwares of -1 and Mr. Brodie Lee.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here. Welcome back to the channel for another AEW Jazwares Ringside Collectibles exclusive -1 and Mr. Brodie Lee. Of course, Ringside Collectibles. You gotta go ringsidecollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. That's the only place you're going to be able to find this 2-pack. And of course, this is a Brodie Lee tribute 2-pack. As we know, he unfortunately passed away well over a year and a half ago almost at this point. So that is a touching tribute in action figure form from the AEW Jazwares with a lot of interesting pieces to this collection, of course, and we're going to dig in. We're, of course, going to do it like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So let's take a look at the packaging first on this 2-pack here. You get the Ringside Collectibles exclusive logo right at the top. AEW Unmatched collection. So this is part of the Unmatched, which, of course, Brodie Lee was in the Unmatched collection as well. You got Brodie, you got -1, big window box going on right here. In memory of Brodie Lee, 1979 to 2020, very touching tribute. I gotta say one interesting thing that I don't see anywhere on the package here. If you're not familiar who this is, you say, okay, that's Brodie Lee, but who is this? If you're not a really detailed watcher, and I guess if you're not a really detailed watcher and fan of the product, you're probably not going to Ringside Collectibles. You're probably not watching the show, so maybe that could be thrown out. But it doesn't say -1's name anywhere on the packaging. Obviously on his chest it says -1, but it doesn't say anything about that. So I think that is a little bit of a miss. You know, me being a products guy, me being a guy that sells goods and things like that, you gotta at least label the product of what you're getting in here. So it's a little weird we don't somewhere see, hey, -1, first time in the line, or -1, anything like that. We do get ages 6 and up though. Ages 6 and up, safety first, folks. But there it is. There's the front of the package. Nice, beautiful packaging going on there. On the side, there it is. You get a little glamour shot of Brodie Lee, AEW, the in memoriam as well, 1979 to 2020, down on the bottom. And then, as we see with a lot of the Ringside exclusive AEW figures, you get all the stuff on the side. Very cool with the 2 hands there, and then the little kid hand at the top for -1. And then the TNT TV title as well. So there's all that. There's the packaging. On the back, not a lot going on here. Now, usually I would say, hey, let's plug, let's promote, let's have a cross-sell, but this is a very fitting tribute packaging on the back. You got the entire roster there from the episode of Dynamite, of course, and you got the big screen graphic up top. So this is very minimalistic, very cool, very awesome. A very, very solid 2-pack going on here. Very cool tribute. And I gotta say, I've been buying from Ringside. I've been buying wrestling figures for a heck of a long time. Longer than most people out there, I think is fair to say. I have never seen anything sell out on Ringside as fast as this 2-pack. I think I'm online. I'm always around. I'm always around getting alerts and messages and things. I think this sold out. The first round of these sold out in about 4 minutes. And those people got this pack a couple of weeks ago. I was in round 2, just got these. They actually shipped earlier than they said they would, which was really good. But I got in round 2, and I think I missed the first round by like 4 minutes. That's how fast these went. So there was a lot of buzz, a lot of people wanting this one. I got a feeling a lot of people are buying this for future investment down the line, buying multiples of these. I don't know. I have a feeling that's what was going on because, man, that was a quick sellout. As usual, I am all in on my AEW Ringside Collectible exclusive figures. I'm buying 2, 1 to unbox, 1 to keep just in box. So there you go. But all right, let's get down to it. Let's unbox it. Let's pull it out of the package. See what all the fuss is about. How about? So there it is. Plain background, nothing going on there. See you later. Goodbye. Off to the side. And we might have to uncork this one. A lot of tape going on. A lot of stuff going on with this. But man, that is pretty cool. Look at that. There it is in the old plastic prison, surrounded by the cardboard prison. But we got lots of tape going on, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to take it offline. I'm going to unbox these guys. We'll be back with -1 and Mr. Brodie Lee. All right, we're out of the package. Let's get down to it. Let's take a look at what we got going on. We got accessories first. There's plastic prison for the accessories. You got the TV title going on. And like I said, you got the 2 hands and then the one -1 hand. Pop those bad boys out right now. And there it is. See you later. Goodbye. Here is the background box cardboard. That is the background box, the Dark Order logo going on. Very cool, but hard to see behind the figures, but once you get it out, you can definitely tell what's going on there. So we got that one. See you later. Goodbye. Let's look at these accessories. Well, first we'll just get everybody out of the plastic prison, then we'll go. How about? But there's a quick plastic prison. -1, Mr. Brodie Lee. The Exalted One, as he's known in some circles. Pop him out, maybe. Go. There he is. And -1 is next. Ooh, there it is. See you later. Goodbye. All right, TV title here. Definitely different TV title than we got with the other version of Brodie Lee. There's a lot of repaint, a lot of reuse going on with this in the special packaging, but this is TV title. We've seen a lot of TV titles. I think as a whole in the unmatched, unrivaled lines, I think the TV title has been released the most of any. I'd have to double check, but it seems like we've got a lot of TV titles between the Darby Allins, Codys, Brodie Lees of the world, etc. So we got that. We got 2 open hands, just 2 open hands. Always cool to get different hands. No fists on any of these figures, so I don't know about that, but you got open hands going on right here. And then you got a very, very small open hand. Very crazy how small this is. Just a little kid's hand. It's just crazy. We're used to the, grown men, grown wrestler hands. This is just really, and even female wrestler hands. This is definitely small. This is a different, a little kid's hand. So very, very interesting there. All right, now let's get down to these figures. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's doing here. And let's start with -1. Very strange. Much like the hand, it's just so weird to get a kid figure like this. We've never had kids. We've had the little people. We've had the Toritos. We've had the Hornswoggles. But we have never got an actual kid, which I think is really cool. The mask is not removable. It is a nice -1 mask. The stitching, the purple, the -1, all that. We see him on TV from time to time, of course. Somewhat of a leader of the Dark Order and the youngest signee to AEW, if I'm correct there. You can see his hair back of the mask. He doesn't tie the back of his mask, so he's got that going on. Articulation, we got all the articulation we get with usual Jazwares figures. Bicep swivel, shoulders that go up, down, all around. Double jointed elbows, and then hands that move and are removable, of course. The big diaphragm at the top, waist, a little bit of waist. You get hula hoop at the top and a little hula hoop at the bottom, but no side to side on him. We do get the thigh cut. We do get the double jointed elbows, knees as well. And you get the knees. We do get his -1 knee pads. You get boots going on, and then you get ankle articulation. Just a very, very small figure. It just feels strange in hand. We've just never get kids in these lines, which I guess there's no kid wrestlers, so you don't really get that. But it is very, very cool. It is definitely different. It is definitely a moment in time. Definitely something really cool. A good looking one. I do got a Hornswoggle. I was saying, what can we compare him to? Now, we do know we're getting Dominic in the Elite SummerSlam series here in the next month or so. And Dominic is the Build-A-Figure. I believe they're using Hornswoggle's body, or at least a little differences there. But you can kind of put these side by side to see the size difference. Hornswoggle and -1, they're actually pretty close to the exact same size. I don't know if the scaling is quite right. Obviously, Hornswoggle is bigger than him, but I don't know if the sizing is totally right. Obviously, this is Mattel, this is Jazwares, but I figured that was the best comparison we could really do at this point. But very, very cool. 2 smaller figures right there. Now let's get down to Brodie Lee here. Let's take a look at this one. Now, I might as well grab this as well. Put him over here. You know what we should do? We should do the old ringside stand test on AEW Jazwares. We do it on everything else. Let's do it on Jazwares. And things are going south. His -1 does not fit on here. Will he fit on a traditional Elite stand, possibly? What is this world coming to? He fits on the Mattel size stand. So for those keeping track at home, you need the Mattel ringside stands for -1, which is kind of a little bit mind-blowing there. You would think he'd fit on the Jazwares ones, but he does not. So, but there you go. There it is. We learn something new every single day. But we got Brodie Lee here. We've got the old version of Brodie Lee. This is basically a re-release of that figure with the Polly Pocket style jacket added to it. Now, I guess we'll talk about this jacket first. You guys know I'm a sucker for spikes. Demolition, anyone? Love the spikes up here. Love the white, kind of almost a creamish white color. And then the nice black piping with the silver accents on the on the pockets and things, little circles there. It looks really good. You get the Exalted One, Brodie Lee, big artwork on the back of the jacket. Very, very cool to get this jacket. I still think we're going to get more Brodie Lee figures. Maybe the Blood and Guts 2-pack, or at least something from, well, I guess probably not. Probably the dog collar match with Cody. I don't foresee that probably happening anytime soon with Cody leaving. Maybe we get him by himself with a dog collar as an accessory. Maybe that's a possibility. But you know we got to get a suited Mr. Brodie Lee. That's where he was most of the time, actually, in AEW, in his suits and backstage segments, things like that. We know he was in a suit all the time. So I think we will get that one of these days. Maybe it'll be a Luminary. Who knows what they might do. But I don't think we're done with Brodie Lee figures for sure. Let's see if we can pop this jacket off. I'm not the biggest Polly Pocket jacket fan, and we've recently unboxed Mattel Elite Series 93. We've seen that new technology with the Seth Rollins jacket. Can we get AEW to go down that line? We'll see what happens with that. I would really like that, and one thing we always say on the channel is competition makes all the ships rise, makes everybody get better. I think it helps when Jazwares has competition. It helps when Mattel has competition. You just can't beat it because it makes the figures get improvement. They always want to one-up each other. So we are in a glorious time as wrestling figure collectors right now, going on with competition at an all-time high. Everybody wants that dollar from your wallet. There's only so many dollars to go around, so who's going to give you the best product? Who's going to give you the best figures? We'll see. I guess it's selective. I guess everybody decides that on their own. But I like to see it. Looking at this Brodie Lee figure, I mean, we won't drain this one as it really is the same thing we got before. I don't know if there's really any differences. Little darker on the beard, but that could just be paint for me. But that's it. Everything else is pretty much the same. Brodie Lee, Dark Order, yep, everything's the same. So this is definitely going to stay with his robe on. Why wouldn't you? You got to leave that on. It's a nice robe, even if it is the Polly Pocket kind of style going on. You get all the articulation we got with -1, the double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, bicep, thigh swivels, ankle rockers, removable hands, head moves round to round, side to side. One thing I know, some people like them, some people don't. I'm just not a pin. I like the pinless joints. I don't like the pins. Once you go pinless, it's very tough to look at these. And Jazwares figures, it always catches my eye with the joints on these, the big pins. It's tough. It's just the way it is. It's not the end of the world, but I'm hoping they move to the pinless joints here sometime in the future. Will he fit on a ringside stand for Jazwares figures? He fits like a glove, thankfully. So we got that going on. Very happy to see that one fits at least. But I don't know. I guess a lot of people are buying this one. We talked about that earlier. Everybody's going to get this one. Is this a must-have? Yeah, I think it is. We've never seen a tribute pack like this in the past. This is really something special. It is truly a moment in time that'll last forever. -1 with his dad in a pack. How cool is that? We've talked about in the past the Jakks Classic Superstars 3-pack where we saw The Rock, Rocky Johnson, and the High Chief Peter Maivia. We saw the Ted DiBiase Jr. pack, Natalia, Jim Neidhart pack, Bob Orton, Randy Orton pack. So cool to get a pack with your dad. Unfortunately, it's under these circumstances. That is very sad, but I think it's something -1 is going to really cherish in his collection, in his personal effects for the rest of his life. How cool is it to get this with your dad, a pack like this? You just wouldn't want it under these circumstances, of course, as we all know. But it is something different. It is something pretty cool, and this is definitely a pickup, and I think this is something that's going to sell out. So if you haven't ordered this yet, you better get on Ringside. You better do it. Discount code Kyle, save 10%, of course. Better pick this bad boy up because I got to think a year, 2 years from now, this will be long sold out. This is going to be something everybody's going to want. It truly is a cool pack. It is a must-have in the AEW Jazwares exclusive line. But what say you guys out there? Are you picking this one up? You passing on it? Any thoughts you want to add to this collection? I think it is really cool to get a kid figure. Like I said, we compared him to Hornswoggle. That's kind of what the Dominic figure I think is going to look like we get from Mattel. Just a really cool, something different, new tooling. I love it. I don't know if they'll ever get this mold used again. I guess there's always possibility of more -1 figures in the future, but I don't know who else they would ever use this mold for. So that is really cool moment in time and a very, very cool exclusive pack. But let me know your thoughts, like I said, in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video. You made it this far. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell. Follow along on Patreon for this video and a lot of other much earlier videos on the Patreon, of course. Giveaways, exclusive videos, all kinds of fun on the Patreon. Check that link in the description below. Follow along on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for -1 and Mr. Brodie Lee, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.